According to the National Electrical Code, a laundry area is defined as a room or space equipped with a clothes washer and clothes dryer as stated in section 210.52. C. Laundry areas must have at least one 120-volt, 20-amp branch circuit dedicated to electrical appliances, as per section 210.11. C3. If the closet is only large enough to fit the washer-dryer combo, there's a dedicated 120 volts, 20 amps receptacle on the side wall, and the closet is not used for any other purpose, then the closet is considered a laundry area, requiring a dedicated 120 volts, 20 amp circuit. Therefore, you cannot remove the existing receptacle and use that circuit for the light fixture. Instead, consider these alternatives. Firstly, run a new circuit specifically for the light fixture. Secondly, install a light fixture that uses LED technology. LED lights typically consume much less power than traditional incandescent bulbs and may allow you to share the existing circuit with the receptacle. Thirdly, consider installing a dual-purpose fixture that combines a light and a receptacle. This would allow you to use the existing circuit for both the light and the receptacle while still meeting the code requirements for a dedicated laundry circuit. When considering electrical work, it's essential to always adhere to the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and any local amendments that may apply in your specific jurisdiction. This code is designed to ensure the safety and proper functioning of electrical systems. Ignoring these codes can lead to dangerous situations, including electrical fires and equipment malfunctions. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for various aspects of electrical installations, including the proper sizing of conductors, the correct selection of overcurrent protection devices, and the grounding and bonding requirements for different types of equipment. It also covers specific requirements for different areas, such as kitchens, bathrooms, and, as in this case, laundry areas. The definition of a laundry area is crucial because it triggers specific requirements related to electrical circuits. The code mandates that laundry areas have at least one dedicated 120 volts 20 amps branch circuit. This means that this circuit should only serve the electrical appliances within the laundry area, such as the washing machine and dryer. The purpose of this dedicated circuit is to prevent overloading the electrical system. Washing machines and dryers, especially when operated simultaneously, can draw a significant amount of current. If these appliances share circuit with other devices, such as lights or small appliances, the circuit could become overloaded, leading to a trip breaker or, in more severe cases, an electrical fire. By having a dedicated circuit, the NEC ensures that the laundry appliances have sufficient power without jeopardizing the safety of the electrical system. Furthermore, the requirement for a 20-amp circuit is based on the typical power consumption of laundry appliances. A standard washing machine typically draws between 7 amps and 12 amps, while a standard dryer can draw between 10 amps and 15 amps. A 20-amp circuit provides enough capacity to handle both appliances operating at the same time, with some additional capacity for safety. When dealing with electrical circuits, it's essential to understand the concepts of voltage, amperage, and wattage. Voltage is the electrical potential difference that drives the current through the circuit. Amperage, or current, is the measure of the flow of electrical charge. Wattage is the measure of electrical power, which is the product of voltage and amperage. The NEC uses these concepts to define the requirements for electrical circuits. For example, the NEC specifies that a 120-volt circuit should be used for general lighting and receptacle outlets in residential buildings. It also specifies the maximum wattage that can be connected to a circuit based on its amperage. Understanding these concepts is crucial for safely and effectively working with electrical systems. In the specific case of the laundry closet, it's important to consider the size of the closet and its intended use. If the closet is only large enough to accommodate the washer-dryer combo and it's not used for any other purpose, then it's considered a laundry area and requires a dedicated 120 volts 20 amp circuit. This means that you cannot remove the existing receptacle and use that circuit for the new light fixture. Doing so would violate the NEC and could create a safety hazard. Instead, you need to find an alternative solution for powering the light fixture. As mentioned earlier, one option is to run a new circuit specifically for the light fixture. This would involve installing a new circuit breaker in the electrical panel and running a new cable to the laundry closet. This is the most reliable and compliant solution, as it ensures that the light fixture has its own dedicated power source. However, it can also be the most expensive and time-consuming option, as it requires more materials and labor. Another option is to install a light fixture that uses LED technology. LED lights are much more energy efficient than traditional incandescent bulbs, consuming significantly less power. This means that you may be able to share the existing circuit with the receptacle without overloading it. However, it's important to carefully calculate the total load on the circuit to ensure that it doesn't exceed the circuit's capacity. To do this, you need to determine the wattage of the LED light fixture and the amperage of the washing machine and dryer. Add these values together to get the total load in the circuit. If the total load is less than 20 amps, then you can safely share the circuit. However, if the total load is greater than 20 amps, then you need to run a new circuit. A third option is to install a dual-purpose fixture that combines a light and a receptacle. This type of fixture has a built-in receptacle that allows you to plug in a washing machine or dryer. It also has a light fixture that provides illumination for the laundry area. By using a dual-purpose fixture, you can use the existing circuit for both the light and the receptacle. However, it's important to choose a dual-purpose fixture that is specifically designed for use in laundry areas. These fixtures are typically rated for higher amperage and are equipped with features that protect against moisture and other hazards. When working with electrical circuits, it's always important to follow safety precautions. Firstly, always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. This can be done by flipping the circuit breaker in the electrical panel to the off position. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electrical shock. Thirdly, wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from debris. Fourthly, never work on electrical circuits when you are wet or standing in water. Fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electrical circuits, hire a qualified electrician to do the work. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. In addition to the NEC, there may also be local codes or ordinances that apply to electrical installations in your area. These codes may be more stringent than the NEC and may require additional safety measures. It's important to check with your local building department to determine what codes and ordinances apply in your area. Furthermore, it's important to consider the long-term cost of the electrical installation. While it may be tempting to save money by cutting corners or using cheaper materials, this can often lead to problems down the road. A poorly installed electrical system can be inefficient, unreliable, and even dangerous. It's always better to invest in a high-quality electrical installation that will provide years of reliable service. When choosing an electrician, it's important to select someone who is licensed, insured, and experienced. A licensed electrician has met the requirements set by the state or local government to practice electrical work. This ensures that they have the necessary knowledge and skills to perform the work safely and effectively. Insured electricians have liability insurance that protects you in case of accidents or damage. An experienced electrician has a proven track record of successful electrical installations. Ask for references and check online reviews to get a sense of their reputation. In summary, when dealing with electrical circuits in laundry areas, it's important to understand and comply with the NEC and any local codes or ordinances. Laundry areas require dedicated 120 volts, 20 amp circuits to ensure the safety and proper functioning of the electrical system. You cannot remove the existing receptacle and use that circuit for the new light fixture. Instead, consider running a new circuit, installing an LED light fixture, or using a dual-purpose fixture. Always follow safety precautions when working with electrical circuits and hire a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable doing the work yourself. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your electrical installation is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable codes.